everyone, it's me, Sloth. And in today's video, I'll be going over the brand new Tribute Wars update. I'll be going over some of the gameplay along with showcasing all of the equipment that can be earned by playing Tribute Wars. If you like Vesteria content and want to see more of it, consider subscribing to the channel as I will be doing a face reveal at 10,000 subscribers. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So first things first, you can enter Tribute Wars through the Redwood Stronghold. I'm actually using the Bard class right now, which, by the way, Bard guide coming soon. But it's a little hidden. You gotta go from here and just keep going left. Now that we're in Tribute Wars, I'm just realizing now that the map is like already dead. I guess people aren't enjoying Tribute Wars that much. In my opinion, it could use a lot better matchmaking, like randomized teams or something, but that's a whole discussion for another day. Let me see what I can do. Alright, so as you can see, I'm just inviting players. You need a party of 6 to participate in Tribute Wars. 2 parties of 6. Invite them, the party's already full. Alright, it finally looks like they got a team, and we're ready to jump into the game. Alright, so basically the way Tribute Wars works is there's a gate, and behind the gate is a boss on each team, and then you have to kill the boss on the other team. So what I usually do is I just grab a bunch of these Yeti tokens and then spawn a Yeti with 30 tokens. I'll show you guys the tribute shop, but so far no one's actually tried to kill us here. Oh, finally someone's trying to attack me. And they're dead. I was saved by CS Storm. So it looks like I almost have 30 tokens. Oh, someone trying to kill me. Yeah, this Bard class is kind of like really stupid, by the way. Like, the build I have for it is actually really OP, which I'll show at the end of the video, but it's also pretty unrealistic to get. I don't want to die right as I'm saying it's OP, though. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I died. With 28 tokens, that is not good. Alright, that's not good. They just used my tokens to spawn a Yeti. But this is where you have to defend, because you do have to defend your gate, obviously. You don't want them breaking it. Oh my god, the Yeti just... Wait, did the Yeti kill me? No, it was someone else. Alright, we're getting a little cooked right now. And I got revived by the enemy cleric. I guess that's nice of them. Oh, and no, are they actually gonna destroy our gate? Come on, someone kill this Yeti. Like, the build I have for it is actually really OP. Alright, hopefully we can do a better counter-attack now. Come on, we can make a comeback from this. You know what? Just for good luck, I'm equipping the behemoth. If it'll let me. There we go. Alright, we are losing very badly right now, but trust me guys, we're gonna make a comeback. Alright, here we go, another Yeti. Uh-oh, someone's attacking our boss. I better go defend that. We might actually make a comeback from that terrible start. Wait, by the way. Oh my god, it's just who can take out the boss first. This is gonna be a very close game. And we won. If anyone is curious as to what build I'm using, this build is pretty unrealistic, so that's why I'm not going to show it in my Bard guide, but I'm using this Abyssal Dagger, just given to me by Toko, which is very OP. And then I'm using the Jester set with like 10% extra block on the armor and head. And then I'm using this Tribute Lyre, which also gives block chance on these boots that get block chance. And these are my stats. 150 dex, so that way you just completely avoid blocked attacks. Like 93% chance to just avoid a blocked attack, take no damage. 30 vitality to increase ability radius. And 50 strength just because you get like a little bit of physical attack and defense. For my skills, adventure skills are just this. Hunter skills, you just want max echo and Shumpo. And then the Bard skills, I just maxed out everything except Crescendo. So I'll do a more in-depth Bard guide later, but for now, that's what it is. Alright, now I'll be showcasing the Tribute Wars equipment. So first up, Hunters. They get the Grizzly Head, which looks cool, but the stats are kind of okay. They're not the best. It's just dex, that's it. If you use Tribute Scrolls, you get some block chance or extra stats. The Grizzly Armor has an interesting perk though. After dealing damage, you gain a stack and attack speed and movement speed bonus. It's basically similar to the Azariah Edge perk, but for Hunters. So as you can see, I'm getting a little like plus 3% attack speed, plus 5% movement speed, up to 5 times. The movement speed buff isn't that noticeable, but I'm sure the attack speed will be noticeable for DPS. If you're a Bard, you also get the Tribute Lyre, which it doesn't really have any special perk to it. It just has really good stats for a Lyre, so there's that. And then the Grizzly Boots are just, they're not that good. All the Tribute War boots aren't that good. It's just HP recovery is not that good of a stat. The Dagger perk, the Grizzly Hatchet, this will just essentially turn Shumpo into a mix of Shumpo and Frost Call. So as you can see, I'm like summoning icicles from under the ground that deal damage. The funny thing about this Shumpo perk though is that there's already 2 other Shumpo perks in the game, and if you're Assassin, you can actually just use all 3 of them at once. I'm not sure how viable this is, but the ability, like if you read the ability, it thinks it's Starpo. But really, it's like Shark Pro, Star Pro, and Ice Pro all in one. Again, not sure how viable this is, but it's pretty goofy and funny. Alright, next up we have Mages. Now Mages in Tribute Wars, they get the Capra's hat, which I don't see anyone using this hat. It gives a bunch of strength, which Mages, I guess, more stamina. The Capra's robes, which I can see a lot of people using this one. This one is probably meta, and I'll show you guys in a bit, but basically, if you deal physical damage, the mob will take more damage to magical attacks, and if you deal magic damage, it'll take more damage to physical attacks. Now, that sounds really stupid on paper, but if you use it with the Ornate Staff, it's actually really... Yeah, since the Ornate Staff, when you use it, it deals, like, physical and magical damage at the same time because you're hitting it with your staff, but also those magical orbs are dealing magic damage. It makes this... You can see it's getting both debuffs at once. It's pretty much... These robes are pretty much the meta for Ornate Staff users. You also have the Capra's Tome, which doesn't have any unique perk, but it does give magic defense, which is pretty unique for a tome. And then a base int of 5. I use some tribute scrolls on it, so it has a lot more, but yeah. And the staff gives you Blink Bomb, which is basically Mana Bomb infused with Blink. It's a little underwhelming in my opinion, but who knows, maybe someone could pull something crazy with this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just Blink Bomb. Next up for warriors, we have the Valkyrie helmet, which is just, you know, basic stats, nothing's too special. The Valkyrie chestplate, which is upon dealing damage, the blunt force from your strength will slow down your enemy. This is very similar to the Accursed Armor perk, but basically it works on all attacks instead of just basic attacks. So you can see I'm attacking something. They're getting a debuff. I guess you can't really see because it's a dummy, but they're slower, okay? If they were to move, they would move slower. Then there's the Valkyrie hammer, which just turns combat roll into lightning roll. Basically, all 3 of the weapon perks just seem to have to do with your mobility move dealing damage. But as you can see, if you ever wanted to be Thor and harness the power of lightning, there you go, you just you deal damage with lightning. Now the shield perk basically just gives shield charge knockback, so if you look at the stats of shield charge, it now has 20,000 knockback. And whenever I hit something with it, well, in theory, it should push it away. Yeah, so I'm like slightly moving this Guardian. Honestly, not too crazy, but the stats are very good for a Knight Shield, so I can see a lot of Knights using this thing. Alright, before the 2 Paladin mains get mad at me, there is also Valkyrie's Edge. And this weapon is actually very interesting because it's the first weapon to make you take less, like, lose less stamina. Your stamina drain minus 10%. So that's actually pretty interesting. But the perk, it took me so long to figure out what War Prayer even did. Like, the game is not very helpful at all. Like, it just says Prayer of Comfort ability modification. Prayer of Comfort ability modification. Like, what does this actually do? And it turns out it makes it so Prayer of Comfort deals a little bit of damage when it hits, like, see, those dummies did damage. It sucks, alright? The War Prayer sucks, but, it doesn't even tell you how much power it has. It doesn't tell you if it's a physical or magic attack. I'm gonna assume it's physical. I'm gonna assume it's a magical attack. But, yeah, this is stupid. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is to show. The Tribute Wars equipment is pretty hard to grind for because you only get 3 tokens per win. You get more if you get a win streak. I believe at 25 win streak, you get 8 per win. But yeah, this equipment is it worth grinding for. In my opinion, if you're an Ornate Staff Mage, you'll definitely want to get the Capra robes. And maybe some hunters might want the Grizzly armor, but other than that, I don't think these are too special. They look sick, alright, they look very cool, but they could use some more buffs. But that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be a Bard guide. Bye bye.